There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. You know, it's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.
Hey, yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino Is the Name, and I am an outlier. I'm kind of an overachiever. I'm something different from what my upbringing would have been. I grew up in the poorest zip code in Florida, 32304. You can look it up, poorest zip code in the state of Florida. It's a zip code in Tallahassee, Florida. Tallahassee is not the poorest city in Florida, I don't think, but my zip code individually is the poorest zip code in the state of Florida, which means I didn't really see a lot of opportunity. I didn't really see a lot of things in my immediate area. You just kind of had to make your way. So the fact that I became successful growing up in that environment made me pretty much an outlier, okay? I'll be a multimillionaire when it's all said and done. And, you know, it's not really a reason or a way to pinpoint why I was successful or anything. It just, I'm one of those people, I was gonna be what I was gonna be. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was gonna be what I was gonna be. Like, it's no real way to pinpoint who's gonna be successful. I think it might be maybe something internal, or maybe, I don't know what it is. I really can't tell you. Like I know people say, hey, these traits indicate this person is going to be successful or not. And I think I had whatever those traits might have been, but I don't know how to give those traits to anybody, right? The only thing that I know that guarantees success is infatuation. Like, you have to be infatuated. Infatuation is the only thing that I know that guarantees success. You have to want it. Whatever that is, you have to dream it, eat it, everything. You know, you have to, whatever that is that you want to be, whatever it is that it is that you desire, that whatever thing that you want, you have to go, you have to be devoted. Devotion. You have to devote yourself to it. And I guarantee that's the only way that I can guarantee you some success. You can't tell me that you weren't successful after you devoted your life to, after you devoted all of your energy to something. You can't tell me that you weren't successful. Like, if you tell me, yo, I wasn't successful, yeah, I believe you wasn't successful. But if you tell me, no, I devoted my entire life to this, 24/7, all day, all night, and you were not successful. I've never seen a situation where somebody did that and they were not successful, at least to whatever level they was gonna be on. Because I don't care how devoted you are in basketball, you're probably not gonna be LeBron James, okay? You're just not probably gonna be LeBron James, because whatever your God-given talents are. You might not be that tall. You might, you might not be that fast. You probably, let's say you 5'2". You may not be LeBron, but if you devote yourself to basketball, you'll probably at least play on a church league team. You know what I'm saying? You get to play, or you might be a coach, or you might be a mascot for a team. If you devote yourself to something, you will see some sort of success from it. That's the only way I know to guarantee success. That's it. And the kind of person that I am, I was a person who had no problem dedicating my entire being to being successful at whatever I was interested in. You know, and I might wake up interested in something tomorrow. And when I say successful, there's varying levels of success, right? But I have literally made money or flipped every item that I've ever either tried to sell or any venture I've tried to go into, or any education level I've ever really tried to reach, right? I was enrolled in my master's program. I wasn't really, I had already had my bachelor's degree. My MBA, I was just going because the VA was paying for me to go to school. They'll pay you to go to school. So I was making like $2,000 a month just being enrolled, but my VA GI Bill ran out. And so when it ran out, I was done with school. That was pretty much it. But I was devoted to my bachelor's degree. I was gonna finish my bachelor's degree no matter what. Now the MBA, I was just extra stuff. But your real career, at least my real career, didn't start until I finished my bachelor's degree. I devoted my life to that bachelor's degree. I'm talking I think I finished 2 degrees in 2.5 years. And that meant that I had to test out of some classes, like college algebra. I just went down and I tested out of it. Psychology, I tested out of psychology. Now, I'm a different kind of person. I know I was gonna be different. I was gonna be who I was. But it didn't matter if it was gonna take 4 years or 6 years or 10 years, I was gonna finish that degree because that's the level of dedication I had to it. But anything that I've ever set my sights on and I locked in on it, I was always successful. And I don't know anybody who wasn't whenever they did that. And of course, like I said, there's varying levels of success. So some people, you're just not gonna be LeBron, but I'm telling you, whatever it is, whatever space you in, you might be an athletic trainer, whatever it is, for maybe a pro team, whatever it is, I guarantee you will find some level of success in that space. Maybe you wanted to be a rapper, okay? And maybe, you stay dedicated to a space and maybe you don't make it big at being like a platinum rapper, but maybe you are in the studio with the big platinum rappers and they're asking you for advice and now you're getting a little music check because you hipping them right, or maybe you are the DJ who's doing the events now, or maybe because everybody know that you've been around for so long, you know this person, you know that person, and so people are willing to pay you to introduce them and A&R for them or whatever. But I just know that if you dedicate yourself to something, you are guaranteed to receive some level of success in it. But other than that, I don't really know how else to guarantee any success or to say, hey, this is how you become successful, because outside of that, I don't really know. It's no way for me to give you inspiration. I mean, I can inspire you, right? I can inspire, but you still have to take it past there. Inspiration alone, it's just inspiration. I can inspire you, you can be inspired. That doesn't mean that you're gonna get up every morning and work at becoming rich, work at becoming successful. That doesn't mean that I can't give you desire is what I'm trying to say. I can inspire, but that's it. And that's just, this whole idea just came from a conversation that I was having earlier in the week where we were just talking about lack of motivation and things like that. I do what I do on this channel. So many people have been inspired, but there are so many other people who aren't inspired. And so some of my YouTube friends, they focus on man, I'm trying to really get these people. Yeah, I know I inspire some people, but what about these people who just still don't? What can I do? And I'm I don't know what you can do, because it's on them. It's for me, I'm not even worried about the people who aren't inspired or talk negative or whatever. I don't even care, okay? I'm focusing on the people who are motivated and are willing to get up and go do something. I can only help you to the level that you want to be helped, right? Just like with anybody, right? All the time, my sister keeps saying, I've been telling you to do government contracts. I can't believe you ain't doing government contracts before. Now you want to be doing government contracts and making all this money, but I've been telling you that since you was young. Yes, I get it, but it's only so much she can do. I have to get up and go do it myself. Either way, like I said, my situation, I know I'm an outlier. I'm a unicorn. I'm not from a very positive background. I'm not from very positive people, I didn't grow up around that, okay? I grew up around the low lifes, okay? That's what I went to school with. That's what I went home around. That's what I seen. That's what I That's what I had to walk past in the street. That's what I had to, it was the people calling my phone, like, you know what I'm saying? Those are the people who I'm calling their phone. Like, that's the world I was in. I was not in a very positive environment, a lot of negativity, but I was always going to be who I was going to be. That's just what it is. Anybody who from my childhood, well, I won't say anybody, because I don't know who you might run into, might know me from my childhood, but most of the people who really knew me will tell you I was always going to be what I was going to be. I was always doing something crazy, amazing, for no reason at all, like just no reason at all, but I always was going to be who I was going to be. So it's not much of a surprise there, but you just never know what it is that is going to be the thing, You might be the super quiet person who comes a billionaire and be a person who loud talking, really, really popular, don't never make it past high school as far as like success. Like all their life is in high school, and that's where they go back to every conversation. They can't talk about, going to the Pentagon and stuff like that. I can, just say. Anyway, right now you're watching Casino Is the Name. Like, share, comment, and subscribe, and we out.
I was always focused on the money. I started with nothing. I was born to be an entrepreneur. I'm a real estate investor. Had my own trucking authority. Multiple college degrees. Ex-military. I'm an author. Motivational speaker. Not to mention I'm an accountant. But with all the things that I've done, it was government contracts that truly made me rich. Yo, what's going on right now? You're watching Casino Is the Name, and if you wanted to know how I started my trucking business, I have an ebook called Big Shot, Hot Shot Volume 1, Own Your Trucking Authority. It's a great book, 5-star reviews. The link will be in the description below. Go get that. Yeah.
Beat me up, Scotty. Me
and her together, we just count it up. Money on my mind, I can't get enough. Don't play with my money, you don't want no beef. Cause I come from the bottom, I come from the street. When she first saw me, she said, who is that? When a man saw me, he called me a threat. I'm the one that really live with a rap. They ain't never did it, they ain't really tried. You say you want to be successful, but what's stopping you? Can't nothing stop you from being successful except for you. You standing in your own way. I came from the bottom. I ain't know nothing but the grind. You can't tell me nothing about that. I called the Bus and Basin Street Projects in Tallahassee, Florida. You hear me? I used to think $1 million would last me my whole life. I'd have made that and spent that. $1 million ain't enough.
There are hedge fund managers making $1 million an hour. It's crazy, right? It's money everywhere. It's money in everything. I want to help you. Start your business today. Come join my royal family. Subscribe to Casino Is the Name.